Hey, everyone. I am Renata Long Neal. I'm a photographer and a photo marketing strategist. And thank you for tuning in because if you tuned in, you probably just read my blog post about I am not photogenic, breaking the photogenic myth, which is what I'm going for. So yay for being here with me. And you read the 5 items that I listed in terms of why you don't like your pictures, when they're taken by someone else who's not a professional photographer mostly. And I want to give you tips. So next time you're in front of someone's, smartphone, they're clicking away pictures, you have no idea what to do, how to pose, where to look, where's the lighting, right? I want to give you tips that will help you with that because these are basics. So you can use these anywhere. So you ready? We're going to dive right in. We got 5 tips to share. So the first one, generally speaking, you want to photograph women from above and men from below. And here's why. We want to photograph women from above because us women, we don't like seeing this. And we don't like seeing anything, under our arms because as far as we're concerned, it does not exist in our world. So if you're showing it to us, it's your fault. You're an awful photographer. So you want to photograph a woman from above. Now, when I say from above, not from the moon, right? Not like where she's looking like really, really high up. But 45-degree angle is usually really good. Just make sure you're not showing any possibility of maybe a double chin or, anything under the arm. We generally speaking, we like looking slender, generally speaking, women. So just gotta find an angle that's complementing for us. For men, on the other hand, it's the other way around. Men, generally speaking, like to look bigger, like to look more authoritative. So when you photograph someone from below, and again, I'm not talking 90 degrees below, I'm talking usually 45-degree angle, usually is a great angle. When you photograph someone from below, they do tend to look larger, they tend to look more authoritative. Look at magazines. Now that I told you that, check out magazines and see. I mean, there's always rules that are broken and people do it differently, but generally speaking, that is what you'll see because it's a rule of thumb. So that's rule number 1. So if you're a woman, make sure that the camera is at a 45-degree angle above you, photographing you, and a male 45-degree angle below. Now, I'm saying this again, this is only if you are not being photographed by a professional photographer. A professional photographer may and will probably choose a different angle. That's okay. We know what we're doing. So you got to trust us. I'm talking about just, anyone holding a smartphone. So let's see, the next tip. I love this one. I love the definition. I heard it by a professional photographer many years ago, and it works great, and it's perfect, and it's right. Basically, here's what it is. Everything that's big goes back. So basically, usually for women, I'm talking about our behinds. Usually, we just kind of tilt your body backwards a little bit as opposed to, sitting full on, right? So just tilt your body backwards, right? Have it go backwards. If it's your buttocks, have it go backwards. Anything big goes back. Anything slender comes forward, which takes me straight into tip number 3 for women. Again, we generally speaking like to look slender. 45-degree angle to the camera. Looks great. So don't go a full 90 degrees. Oops, sorry, I just banged on the table. Don't go a full 90-degree angle. That doesn't look good either. But a 45-degree angle usually is really complimenting. And again, everything big goes back. So I'm just sliding away with my chair a little bit and see how different it is, right? Now for men, again, men like to look bigger. Straight into the camera. Straight on. You will look bigger. So that is tip number 3. So if you're standing in front of a camera, someone's photographing, right away figure out where's your 45-degree angle from that camera. Don't wait for them to tell you. You find a 45-degree angle from them and make sure that whatever is big, if it's your buttocks, whatever is big, make sure you're kind of send it backwards and lean forward a little bit, and you got it. If you're a woman, if you're a man, make sure you're standing head on. That will do it. Okay, so these are the angles. That is tip number 3. The fourth tip, that one kills me. Okay, the Superwoman arm. So this, I've been seeing this just going on and on and on, right? Like everybody's doing, all the females are doing the Superwoman arm. Now, I love Wonder Woman, don't get me wrong. Love her. You know, love her, don't want to be her in everyday life. That is not the point. I really like to look feminine in pictures. So I'm going to show you something. I'm going to see if I can stand up and show you this. Let me see here. So yeah, that's good. So camera is going a little bit out of focus, but we can do this. Here we go. So instead of doing this, all right, instead of doing this, if you put your hand on your knee, what you can do is go ahead and kind of pull it up a little bit and have your hand more in a feminine way. Now, I know most women do it because we want to separate the arm from the body, which is fine, but you don't have to go all the way Superwoman. You can just do more of a feminine move and see there's still a separation here. It's just smaller, it's more gentle, it's more feminine. So I like it better. So basically, instead of, I'm going to sit back down so the camera doesn't haunt me. Instead of doing this number, you're putting your hand on your thigh and you're kind of bringing it in a little bit, still creating a little bit of a separation right here. There is a separation right here between my body and my arm, but it's not as pronounced. It's more feminine, so nicer to look at, I think. Tip number 5. Love this one. So we all hunch a little bit. I know I kind of hunch over a little bit. My shoulders come forward. So what I say to my clients, and I'm going to pull my hair up for this so you can see what I'm doing with my neck. So anyone that comes to my studio, what I say is, so shoulders back and down, almost like you're pinching a penny between your back, your backbone, right? You're pinching a penny. It feels uncomfortable. It looks good. And then chin, women, we tend to do this because we don't want to see the double chin, but that's crazy, you know, or if I say chin down, we'll do this, which doesn't work either. So chin at 90 degrees. So basically you have your shoulders back and down, kind of like a dancer, and chin at 90 degrees. That is the most complimenting way. So to review, someone's about ready to take your camera with their smartphone. What you're going to do, first of all, you're going to make sure that they're photographing you, if you're a woman, from a 45-degree angle above. Now, if you're a man and a woman in the same shot, it's just going to be probably in your eye level, which is fine. Just do the other things you can do. Use the other tips. So, you know, if they're not doing 45-degree angle, make sure that if you're a woman that you angle in a 45-degree angle, and whatever is big you send back, right? So you send your buttocks backwards and you kind of lean forward into the picture with your upper body at a 45-degree angle. If you're a man, straight on into the camera, right? Nothing needs to go back. You're just staying straight on. And then the next thing is the arm. No Superwoman arm. Instead, kind of put your hand on your thigh and just slide it up gently. So it's kind of resting next to your body. Maybe you can see it better on this side. It's kind of resting next to your body, but it's not up here, right? It's just kind of resting next to your body, more feminine. And then, and the last thing, so shoulders back and down, chin, find your 90 degrees. Where's your 90 degrees? There's mine. 90-degree angle, 45 degrees, whatever's big goes back, leaning forward. You see the difference? That's it. So you don't have to rely on anybody else taking your picture. You got it. So this is something I want you to think about. Of course, there are way more things when you come into the studio, into a professional photographer studio. There's so many other things that we work on in terms of, well, obviously lighting, but, you know, even posing. So these are just really, really basic tips. Please help me spread this I am photogenic new motion that I'm trying to create here, because I really just hate hearing people telling me they're not photogenic, which is not true, because we all are just beautiful human beings. So please share the blog post. Please share this video. If you have any posing questions, reach out to me. You know, I may create a sequel to this one. If you have any remarks, please leave them below this video. This September, I do have an online photography course that I'm giving. It's on 3 Thursdays in September, 9 till noon. Can't remember the dates, but you can find it right on my website, and it's this coming September. So if you want to sign up, I still have some more spots for that one. So if you are using a smartphone to take pictures, you can definitely learn how to take better pictures doing that. If you want posing tips, let me know. And you know, if you have not had your picture taken in so long because you are not photogenic, come in, let me photograph you. Let's get rid of this whole nonsense of I'm not photogenic and capture the beautiful you. So I do have a special this September, the I am photogenic photo session. So reach out to me. My contact information is going to be below this video. And see, it's just a matter of, like I say in the blog post, confidence. Confidence is key. I mean, you know, look at me. I'm not wearing makeup. My roots are like crazy. And I mean, I can start dissecting myself and telling you what's wrong with me and why I should not be doing this video like this. It doesn't matter. I'm happy. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to share these tips with you. I feel beautiful. So you know what? It looks good. So thank you for listening, and I hope to hear from you soon. And remember, you are photogenic. You are so photogenic. Remember that.